Alright, we are back. Round 2.
Oh,
Who have we got first? Tell us.
So we've got Dale versus Paul McAvoy. Paul is playing his top cut Exdeath Earth Lightning. Dale playing a Soiree list.
Nice.
So this
Dale, James Kiddie's #1 fan, getting his time on stream this time.
He is so gonna murder you for that.
Mate, it's just facts. It's just facts.
I mean, if he would stop talking about Kiddie for 5 minutes, it'd be fine, you know?
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but yeah. So Dale on the Soiree. I know Dale's getting back into the game. After a hiatus for a couple of years. I know he was trying a bit of Ice Wind for a bit, and now he's trying Soiree, all the meta stuff. Got to give it a go.
He's tried his wind. He's tried wind ice. You know, he's got to try something a bit more fun than that.
Soiree, a bit more fun than that.
Absolutely more fun than
Sorry,
that.
did you have fun playing Soiree?
But I played FF13 4 times.
Yeah, fair enough. That's just not fun for anyone involved.
Nope.
No, I feel like it's not even fun for the FF13 players, man.
It just felt like it was one of those decks people could put together and just run it because it was easy. But there we go.
Cool. Alrighty, so the time on the round has started.
And we'll try and keep the scores up to date this time.
Looks like Paul's got the play. I think Dale has got the amber in hand, so I think he's set and he's laughing. Paul getting rid of the double summon. Probably that up.
Going straight in for his Lady Antiquity.
Nice, yeah, probably keeps it in the hand. In the ideal world, he's got something like a Rickard or another Delusionary Warlock that he plays and then plays the Lady of Antiquity. Dale probably just slaps down the amber.
Go straight for the Shinju.
Interestingly, he has got the Madame Adele in his hand. I wonder if I would have maybe just gone Amber Warrior of Light for the Madame Adele and played the amber.
I'm wondering if he just knows that he can expect a Mist Dragon, but would Paul play it early? That would be the deciding factor.
Because it would cost Paul, I guess, 3 cards from hand, leave him with 1 left, and yet the draw would be 2 cards. So yeah, maybe it's too much of a risk. Maybe you're probably right.
Although he's just discarded the amber for the Shinju then.
Maybe he's got a second amber. Also, amber's dead if you haven't got any members to play. Okay, so he's got the video, so he has got the nice 3 CP back up to curve. So we'll probably see him search the Mist Dragon or the Cockatrice. Okay.
Cockatrice was putting in a lot of work for Paul over the material
So
weekend.
I think he wants it in there. He wants it in there because he runs this card with Man in Black.
Yeah.
So Cockatrice is a 1 CP summon that you basically choose a forward and it cannot attack or block and doesn't receive any damage. So comboing that with Man in Black is just really nice because you can cast it, say something can't block, you can attack with Man in Black, get it back. The Man in Black, when you cast Cockatrice the first time, says something can't block. Play the Cockatrice the second time, and then Man in Black triggers again. That's 4 things that can't block.
Yeah.
Or
in with a very aggro sort of set that we're in, stopping people from attacking as well. And Prish real early here with no targets too.
Yeah. I love how Dale had to read that Cockatrice as well. That's an Opus 5 card, man. Like,
yeah, he was here for that.
He was here for that. and I know he played Mono Earth back in the day because I've played against him a number of times in the past.
Yeah, he beats me all the bloody time. He's like my nemesis. But there we go.
So he's put the Prish down. Looks like Dale's got a Tyro in hand. So I probably see the Tyro coming down. So
oh, we got some Dale fans up in the chat.
Loads of Dale fans. So yeah, I think we see Tyro come down here. So Tyro's there's 5 CP backup. Let's just search whatever forward you want. But the main thing is that it's the colour fixing. Now, actually, I wonder if Gale grabs maybe either a Soiree member that can deal with this, Prish, or maybe a Merald, or I could see him probably grabbing a copy of the Bash that he's just thrown away. So he does go for the Merald.
Still not quite there ready for the wall yet, so he's just waiting for his Elvis or...
Yeah, so surprised no 5CP Rydia. So Paul isn't running that Seymour backup. He actually is running one of the Seymour forward. The one that when you have certain summon direction
Hits the coup, Sith.
get wrecked.
You get rid of my stuff. I'm just going to bring them back.
Yeah. Get rid of your pressure. I'll just have her right back into my hand. So I think Paul feeling that he'd had enough engines with the Delusionary Warlock, I think that's why he felt he didn't need the engine. I don't think he's even running the Vincent engine. He tried it, but I think he found that he was getting enough backups. I think because he's running a crystal package with the Lady Lilith, the problem if you run too many backup engines is you then haven't got the space to run all your crystal backups. Having said that, I know he hasn't seen any yet.
No. But I also believe he put in the 3-cost Ridder in order to be able to get the Ixion whenever he needed to deal with 13.
Show me what you got. Double hacker.
Now, what do you go for here? Do you get rid of the Exdeath to protect your break zone, or...?
I think the Exdeath isn't a bad shout because Dale obviously wants to look after his break zone. He's going to give it a read. You could get rid of both hackers here if you were worried about the hackers going wide. I guess it depends on what's in Dale's hand.
I don't think the Melusine is the right choice either.
Well, you can get rid of the Exdeath first, and then I think the Melusine's, because if he top decks a Lady Lilith, the Melusine suddenly becomes the best choice.
It does, this is true, and there's a Prish.
So I feel you get rid of the Prish, because otherwise the Prish does kill the Zidane.
I mean, pretty much anything in that hand will kill a Zidane nearly.
Yeah. It means he leaves the Exdeath, but the Exdeath, if you pull, you're not really playing the Exdeath anytime soon.
No, exactly. It's not going to be live, so...
yeah.
But even still, I suppose keeping the Soiree members and that wall out of game could be pretty nasty.
So he's gone for the hacker.
And he's hit man in black. You hate to see it.
Yeah. So that's revenge from that Kusith Dale getting his vengeance by hitting that man in black.
So you got to think the Paul is sitting pretty. He's got his colour fixing up. He's Exdeath is going to cost him 2.
Yeah. So 3 is. I think we see the Prish come down. Mm-hmm. Get rid of that Zidane. So you have to discard a card to buff the Prish. And then they fight each other.
There goes his crystal.
So yeah, I wonder if he's got a crystal backup in hand. He obviously really likes his other cards because you kind of. Yeah. He has got it in hand.
Oh, and he's just going to get rid of it all. Okay.
Okay, so he's basically saying he's kind of resigning himself to not wanting to do any kind of Robolant Ball shenanigans.
I don't think it really matters with the prevalence of his Lady Lilith in that deck.
Because we know he's got no crystal backups in hand now because he didn't have any before and he just got rid of 2. So that must have been his draw. Must have been double crystal backup.
So Exdeath, I don't believe is live for the removal from game.
No, it's just a 10k. So I think. So it must be 10 things have been removed.
So,
right.
Jacko, here's the big question though. Are you going to be able to call which damage Elvis hits?
I only say that for special occasions.
I feel like this may be a special occasion.
This could be. I hope we can leave this up. Okay, so he has got Owen as his 4th Soiree member, so he is going to get the show me your hand and get rid of it.
Oof. You got to think that the Mist Dragon almost doesn't matter here.
Yeah, the 2 CP Mist Dragon on the body. I think you're right. I think the Exdeath coming down then was a good call. Sometimes people get preoccupied by wanting to wait till they get a fully online Exdeath before playing it. But sometimes, especially in a matchup like Soiree, where you want to get rid of any Soiree members that are in the break zone to stop any Madame Adele shenanigans. No, that's right. Alrighty, so now he's hit the man in black, so he's going to get that Cactuars back. With 4 backups, that's quite nice because he's now got a curve nice that he can cast that Cactuars for that 1 CP he's left up.
And you.
Except just slaps in as a 10k. Elvis.
And there's the Elvis point 1.
I should have called it. First damage Elvis is always the one. I feel like you killed
Told
him.
you it was a special time and you missed it. Couldn't commit. Right. He gets rid of the man in black straight away.
Cactuars stays there.
Yeah.
Dale doesn't know that.
Yeah. The silly rules on those cards being able to be cast when the forward isn't even on the field. drives me up the wall slightly, but there we go.
Okay, I think I can see a Warrior of Light in hand, but the problem is you're still a backup away from being able to play it.
Unless he's running Sasso.
Yeah, you're right. Man in Black in main 2 was the right call then, I think, because he didn't really make use of the Man in Black. If he was going to use the Cactuars to swap the Owen, then fine, but he didn't even use it, so I think a bit of a misplay there, but it happens.
And the Prish, this is the problem when you're playing Prish. This is why I'm not a huge fan of the card. You have to discard in order to kill something, pretty much anything in the Soiree deck.
I think it's damage 3 that it gets its buff.
This is right, yeah.
So until then, you're just discarding, and they're buffed by 2k as well, which is a trade into the Irwin. He has got the Lexer as well, so he can Lex a buff, but I think it was tapped out last turn. Alrighty, Dale, show me what you got for CP. Let's see. He's thinking. He's got a lot of cards in hand to decide.
A lot of cards and a lot
I've seen a Warrior of Light in there, but obviously we said that you can't play it. Man of Adele is a bit of a wasted card right now with an empty break zone.
Well, he's lost 2 Madame Adels at this point.
I can see the Water Tidus, so you play that to bounce something. I think I can see an Elvis actually. I think I can see an Elvis in hand, which I feel like if you got the Elvis, you play it now, because then your Warrior of Light is online. So he's paying for. Maybe he hasn't got Elvis. Maybe it's a.
Okay, so there's the Tidus. That's going to let him take a backup back to hand, I believe, right?
So you get a backup back to hand, but then you bounce one of Paul's forwards. But I was like, do you really want to be bouncing one of Paul's forwards? Because both have good on entry effects.
But I suppose if you choose the Prish, you're going to make him discard a card.
I'm pretty sure I can see an Elvis in hand though, so I feel like the play would have been to do Elvis and then to do the Tidus and bounce the Elvis back to hand, because you could easily do that.
I suppose if he doesn't have the Tidus,
true. You don't have to bounce your opponent's forward, so you could bounce your own. Can you bounce your own Tidus?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, surely you would be wanting to go for the Amber, which is what Dale is choosing here. Because if he doesn't have the Elvis, now he got the way to get to it.
Yeah, true. I don't mind seeing that hit damage.
Can just bounce the Tidus back. But if he has Elvis, weird not to play. Yeah, completely right, Solo. But can't really see the hands. Just a little bit of glare there.
He's got Sasana there, but I'll probably not seen that come down. I mean, this will tell us now, because if he searches the Elvis now, we know he hasn't got it in hand. So let's see what he grabs. So it looks like he's opting for the Kirin. Is that the first card? Is that Kirin?
He's also, I believe, skipped past Elvis already, trying to in the search.
Penny for Dale's thoughts right now. So he's getting the.
That strikes to me that he does have Elvis in hand.
But I think he has Elvis and Sasano. I know it's Sasano in hand, but I think he has both in hand. Because there was something that had a white line of text, which is for a backup. It's like a white text box at the top. Well, we'll have to ask the man himself later.
Well, we seem to have the underdogs on stream rather than the winners, so let's get it done.
Whoa! Don't be saying you think you know. Don't be saying you think you know who's going to win in this game. This could go anyway.
This is true, but it does feel like so far, as much as it's 3-1.
I think it's finally in the balance. Both players got a bit of a hand, setting a bit of a board. We know McAvoy's got the Exdeath.
And we know Prish is now effectively online.
Yeah, so it's now going to be is it a 3k buff? I can't see, it's quite small in the text. I think it is 3k. No, it's only 2K.
2K.
Only 2K.
But taking it to 9 on discard, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Now I do believe that Paul is running only 2 copies of Prish in the deck, so
Shout out for Dale getting a point of damage. so Dale got a point. So Dale's actually got 3 points.
Yeah.
So I know. So Dale's got a few fans in chat that I think don't know the game particularly well. So currently Dale is ahead on damage 3-1. So you don't want to be the first one to count up to 7. So when you count up to 7, game over for you. So we could even see Dale get up to 4 here. No, he's going to offer the block, and then Cockatrice is going to come down and probably say that Prish doesn't take any damage.
yeah, but Prish is 8k, so it is going to take a nice trade there.
No, it's no trade. So
Oh well, yeah, take the kill.
Yeah.
And there's the next attack.
Yeah.
A lot of shocked people where Dale is actually winning. They're harsh, but you know he's definitely going to punish me later.
Yeah. So I can see an Arc in hand. I can see a Vesvia. So I wonder if you see the Vesvia come down, get a couple draws. Maybe he's digging. So he's got a Thornton there as one of the 2 draws, and a Cecil, I believe, is his second card.
Well, either of those will let him get a Warrior Light out there, but you probably think he's waiting until next turn for that.
Probably say that for next turn. He's got to do something now because his hand is stacked. He has got the Arc, so I wonder if he's got any sort of win CP that he can play that 4 CP Arc that lets you flip top 5 cards and get something back.
It looks like he's not entirely happy with his hand there, giving it a good shake.
God, I think he's complaining he's got too many cards.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
First world problems.
Shame,
right
yeah, I know. Shame on you for complaining about having too many cards in your hand. You know what Dale needs? Dale needs to play against more discard.
Go get him, Ice Player.
Yeah. Okay. Right, Dale, what are you going to do? See, I think you got 7. So if you play the Arc, you go down to 4 and then back up to 5. Which is probably the cleanest thing to do right now.
I think at this point, if we can get 100 Dale fans in here, we'll say we'll get some hand cams on the go as well.
Dale may be James Key's #1 fan, but we've definitely got a few people that are Dale's #1 fan, I think, in chat. Okay, so he's just going to go for the Cecil into the War of Light now.
He's not going to get them.
Wait, how did he pay for that? Sorry. Discarded Thornton, Sasano, and Misjudging. I can't remember.
Did he pay with the Tyro?
Did he tap? Oh, was the Tyro left open?
I believe so.
I thought he'd tap 4. But if the Tyro was open, then why has he discarded 3 cards? I'm gonna go just double check.
Yeah, skates are on. Sam is off. So in the meantime, try and stop it before the plays go a bit too far. Yeah, Tyro wasn't over. Okay, good call. It was the Arc discard. Yeah, we saw it there.
Yeah, so it wasn't. He had. I think he had the Arc in hand, so he had the way to pay it. I just.
I'm not sure if he should have waited on that until the next turn though.
Well, this is what I think as well. If you're not getting that value out of Warrior of Light straight away,
and that like Tidus again putting in some work for folks.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Looks like I suck at keeping the scoreboard up to date, folks.
So the Tidus came down, and I'm assuming he paid. I didn't watch, but I'm assuming he paid the 2 on the Cecil, and he's now attacked with the push. Has he paid the 2 again on the target? I think he has. So I see a lot of backups tapped. Oh, I think he attacked with the push, but
didn't pay the 2. Let it
let it ping and then deliver.
Because otherwise he's going to have to discard as well. So he's effectively playing 4 just to kill something.
Yeah. So I think he's okay. I feel like this Exdeath is probably online now.
Prish isn't actually optional. Prish is mandatory.
Yeah, but I think he let it fizzle with the Cecil.
Because if you attack into it, you can pay the 2 on target, and then you're going to have to make it bigger than the forward you're tagged in, because they're all 8Ks on the board. So you're not wanting to pay 4 when you're effectively tapped out there anyway.
So Dale's got so he didn't have the Elvis after everything I was saying. He's got a Mistrain and a Susano, I believe, as his 2 cards.
He's got
I just draw a Shine Tattoo.
Oh,
but I mean, it's a 3/3, right?
And if he attacks wildly, there's no way the Paul doesn't see it.
So he's going to play the Merald instead. Yeah, I was going to say.
So he's just going to sit on it.
You're going to sit on it because you can play the Merald, and then it's an L4-2 swing. Yeah, I mean, he could have 5k pinged, but yeah, you're right. It's, okay, there's another damage coming in.
There's
Man in Black. That's the 3rd copy gone now.
And the other one's been removed by the Exdeath.
So to go to 6. And then
that's
the game.
It. There you go for you big Dale fans out there. Dale taking it.
The dub. Yeah, should have got Lexwell, but at the end of the day, irrelevant. Having Soiree having too much power.